Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, hello there. I'm Degen. This is War of the Visions Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. It's a Final Fantasy game, that's right. And in this video, I'm going to give you guys my take, my reaction, or my opinion on this week's news. Let's get right into it. Okay, so we're getting the Pursuer Vision card. There's going to be a Porcelain Tower, which is going to bring us the Umbral Armlet, or anything else you've ever missed from Tower. And a bunch of other stuff. So first things first, this Pursuer card here, this is a job-based vision card. It's going to be good for axe, gun, mace, and glove equipable main jobs. I would say the ones that will benefit the most from this, probably glove and gun. If you're a glove user, it may be a must-have if you're trying to build that glove team, which could be very decent pretty soon if, you know, by the time this card comes out, maybe. Anyways, so it's got magic attack resist up, critical hit rate up, and missile attack up. So you already can tell by the missile attack that gun and, to an extent, glove are probably going to benefit from it the most. But I'm sure there's some axe and mace units in there that have some subs that can also weave all of these stats in to make the use of them. Anyways, so some attack and accuracy up for the unit equipped, and a global buff to this card actually is Luartha only gets missile attack resist, piercing rate up, and area attack resist up. Now, personally, I'm going to be skipping this card because I'm saving for that anniversary. We got Sephiroth around the corner, Yuffie around the corner, Full Metal Alchemist around the corner, not to mention the newer 100 cost Stern, and Reagan, and then beyond, you know? So I actually, as of today's mail, I just hit 100k Visior on my main account, and that's because I've been skipping so much stuff. And yeah, let me know, are you guys pulling for this card, or are you skipping? I think it's a very easy skip for me because, one, I don't necessarily need it for, you know, any party comp that I'm building with here, but also it's not a limited card. So there's a very good chance you'll pull this card in the future while you're pulling for like a Dark Esper or some other vision card or something, you know, anything. It could even come from a free ticket someday, you know? So not limited, job-based vision card. It's a skip for me, but let me know. I know every time I say that I'm skipping a card, there's someone in the comments that's like, dude, you're gonna regret skipping this? It's mandatory for this build coming up, or it's mandatory for Kefka coming up, or it's mandatory for this and that and this and that. And you know what? I'm totally fine with that. I don't think every player needs to pull every single item in the game. I would rather save my Visior for limited things like Sephiroth, Führer King Bradley, Colonel Mustang, and just units and things that I think will be very cool and very fun. Not to mention I'm going to want their vision cards as well, and those are limited, so I'd rather, you know, if I'm going to have to be pitying things, I'd rather have to pity those when something like this I can just pick up in the future, like with a little luck, and not have to worry about it. Whereas those other things, if you miss them, you know, they might not come back for years. They might never come back. You never know. So sometimes we've had collabs that have never come back. Look at Nier. We're going on almost 2 years now without Nier getting any kind of rerun or anything like that. So yeah, I am definitely gonna go for the collab stuff, and the non-limited stuff like this I am gonna skip for now. But let me know. Maybe that's a huge mistake, or maybe this card really is must have the next meta. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it, because I'm seriously curious. But I have a feeling, even if it is a meta card, a lot of people are still going to skip anyways, just because the anniversary is a big deal, and that's coming up. That's super soon. We're like a couple weeks away from that. Alright, so Master Ability 2, we're getting Varouche, Garvel, Tyrell, and Grace. Garvel, again, Garvel will actually work with that card. He is one of those missile units. And yeah. What else? During the 3rd anniversary countdown, part 3, the login gifts are going to be shards for the Pursuer card, 2100 Visior, Blossom of Paradise, some King Armor and LB pots, a couple of tickets to pull the card. You know, the whole shapiel, pretty much the normal login gifts. Item drop double up campaign for day quests. Item drop double up. So there's that. I was kind of hoping this week we'd get like a triple drop something. I know we just had recently story triple drop, but I do like, this is going to be a very slow week. Once you're done with the Porcelain Tower, you're going to basically be able to just do whatever you want as far as catching up on old stuff or just farming whatever you need. Because there's not like a grind event going on this week. There's no raid, there's no trial, there's not even a new piece of gear to farm. So you'll still be able to farm like the Warrior of the Crystals gear though if you're working on that, because for one, you should be farming that already this week because it's 2 times drop, but that stuff's not limited either, so even if you didn't finish farming it this week, you can still work on it. Like let me tell you guys, this is actually what I was just going to talk about. So just about 4 or 5 hours ago, I just finished crafting Perine's fist item that she got that's in her EX quest. And I have to say, I had to reset it multiple times. And I was like, man, I wish we had a training pass. We haven't had one of those in a while. I was like, maybe I should just wait. I reset it a second time for a 3rd go at trying to max it out. And I was like, all right, if this one fails, I'm just going to wait until we get a training pass. But I actually maxed it out on my 3rd attempt. So that was good. But we're getting the training pass anyways. This thing is so nice. If you have any gear you haven't crafted yet. And also, not to mention the Umbral Armlet, which these rings from Tower sometimes can be a little bit of a pain to max out. So make sure to get that thing, farm it up as fast as you can, and take advantage of this week before, I know you have 2 weeks to farm the Porcelain Tower, but try to get that thing, or as many of the rings as you can. If you're somebody that doesn't have all the rings yet, maybe you're farming up the water ring, or the wind ring, or the light, or, the fire, whatever it is, try to get some of those and take advantage of this pass. I think I have all of them max except for the wind ring, so I'm going to definitely take another go at the wind ring with this bad boy. Anyways, so what this does if you're new or you don't really understand, basically it just increases your chances of maxing gear. When you use seals and stuff like that, it really, really buffs their potency, and it makes it so much easier to max out gear when you're crafting it. Alright, let's see, the Porcelain Tower, okay, so we're going to be getting a daily quest, Salir daily quest. This is going to give us mainly these roses. That's the big thing from these. There's going to be other stuff in here like pots and cubes, but you'll be able to get a total of 700 blessed flowers. We still don't have the flower shop. Now, I don't know if the flower shop's going to go live next week or maybe when the anniversary comes out. I'm not really sure yet when this shop is going to hit. Luckily, we're still going to be getting that 300 free energy per day this coming week. It's going to be probably from running this daily quest, though, and not from running a story quest, which is the current one. But either way, 300 energy still. And yeah, it's going to be pretty cool, I think. That's nice. There's going to be some good rewards in there. And now the Porcelain Tower. So, the Porcelain Tower. Where do I begin? I know most of you guys that watch these videos, I would actually not be shocked if no one watches this video, though, because it is such a slow news week this week. There's not really anything, like, super worthy to cover coming out. But for those of the few of you guys that do watch this, if you're a new player, basically what the Porcelain Tower is, it's a tower. You start on floor 1, and every floor is a battle, and you just work your way up. So you'll fight a set of mobs, you'll go to floor 2, floor 3, floor 4, floor 5, blah, 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 blah. It goes all the way up to floor 100 as of this week, but when you complete floor 30, you'll get the Tide Ring, which is the water ring, floor 40, the Luminous Armlet, that's the light ring, fire ring, earth ring, thunder ring, frost ring, wind ring, and finally the one that those of us that have kept up with this will get the dark one this week. But if you're newer, you can get these. Also, not to mention Rain's Greatsword, which is very good to get. You can acquire that from here as well, and it doesn't drop from a floor, but you can pick it up with the coins that you get. Basically, every time you clear a floor, you get a bunch of coins to spend in the shop. Keep in mind, though, those coins also are used to buy the upgrade mats for these rings. So if you want to upgrade the rings, look for that stuff in there as well. But yeah, so say you beat floor 1, right, and you use a bunch of abilities. When you go to floor 2, those abilities will still be used. And say you took some damage, sorry, not your enemies, but your characters will still be injured. So as you move up the floors, like, it kind of continues your party. Now, you can bring in different parties. You don't have to bring the same party into every floor, but you can basically keep using the same party until you gas them out. And then say one character dies in that party, you can just swap a different character in and keep going with that same party if you wanted to. But yeah, but the good thing is, once a day, every day at reset, you can reset your party. So, like, say you make it up to floor 40, but your party's, like, so dead, you have no units left. You can reset your party after reset, and they'll all be full life, all their abilities will be back, and then you can continue climbing again the next day. But yeah, so that's the thing. And then you can climb it twice, fully twice for free. And then if you want to reset it to climb it a third time, you do have to pay Visior, but I don't think many people climb it more than twice, so that's not a big issue. But yeah, I think that's the bulk of it as far as the Porcelain Tower goes. It does tell you before you go into a floor exactly what mobs are going to be in there and stuff, so you can build your parties accordingly if you want. My suggestion is for the earlier floor, usually for the first like 20 or 30 floors, I just bring a full evade team in and turn off abilities so they don't use abilities, and they'll just run in there and auto attack like crazy. And actually, I'll build a different evade team this time now that we have Pissarro and I have Sweetheart Ildira built. I'll probably throw those in there, at least Pissarro, because I think Pissarro's wicked cool, and plus he's got that cool weapon. So I'll bring Pissarro, but you don't need to bring anyone specific. You can bring whoever you want, whatever you have built, and whatever your best units are. But yeah, on the earlier floors, they're so easy. You might want to bring, might want to save your better units for later in the climb, and just bring like your crappiest units for the early floors, just to use up their HP and abilities on floors like 1 through 10, and then swap in your higher level units or your better units afterwards. But yeah, I think that's about it for Tower. I think that's all for here. Yeah, and that's basically the entire news for this week. That's it. Other than that, oh, these jobs are getting buffed. Time Mage, Paladin, Pugilist, and Energist. Pretty good buffs, actually. Also, Energist. Garvel is getting his Mastery, too, and that's his job. So Garvel's getting, like, double buffed. Plus, that card, that Pursuer card that comes out this week also works with Energist, because Energists are glove equipable main jobs. So if you get that card and you get all that other stuff, hey, maybe Garvel is getting super buffed this week. Maybe we'll start seeing some Garvels around a little bit more. But yeah, these jobs are getting... I think some of these buffs are so good. And, like, for example, Time Mage, right? Time Mage is a great job. Meteor's getting buffed, but that's not even the best part. Stop is getting buffed. Additional attack lowers area effect. Here's the good ones, though. Immobilize, lowers agility. Not even that. Okay, Haste. Now, when you put Haste on a unit, it's going to also raise the defense of that unit when Haste is in effect, if it's a main job, Time Mage, or whatever. Slow, if you slow an enemy, lowers unit attack resist while slowed. And I know a lot of people love slow, whether you're using it in PvE or even PvP. Like, I use slow in PvE for anything, like Guild Raid. If the boss is slowable, you're always going to be dropping slow on it, right? So now maybe if you're dropping slow with somebody like this, you're going to actually be dealing more damage to that unit too, because it's going to lower their attack resist. Now I do hit them with slow usually, or a lot of times with like an additional effect slow, and that probably won't add this ability, but sometimes I do bring in a Time Mage, so that'll be very good for that. And then Haste just still is going to add the defense. And yeah, I don't know. There's just a lot of good buffs here. Anyways, I feel like this has gone on for a very long time though. I've blabbed a lot more than I wanted to. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think of the news this week. Let me know. I will be live streaming. I'll probably do my tower climb on stream Wednesday morning. So I'll do tower up to floor whatever I can get up to before my units all die. It probably won't be super high. I'll do floors like 90 and above, but I doubt I'll make it all the way to 100 in one go, because I do tend to auto these things. But maybe I'll do a few manual floors too, just to try and conserve some unit juice. But yeah, let me know, what do you guys think about this week? I think it's a mega chill, slow week, and I think that's not a bad thing. I think we're getting ready for some big changes in this game, and some big events in this game, and I'm looking forward to it. And I think this is just catch-up time, so get whatever you need done. I'm trying to think of stuff. I'm not really sure what. Make sure you're caught up on story. Make sure you're caught up on another story, which is the other story, the Lucio / Raph quests, That way you don't have to worry about that stuff when the anniversary comes along, and you will already have it done, and you can do all the new anniversary stuff. So this is a great week to catch up on that stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching, if anyone watched this far. Anyways, I appreciate you. Have an amazing day. Be sure to check out my my War of the Visions stream on Wednesday morning after reset. Usually it's a couple of hours after reset. And yeah, enjoy your day, morning, night, afternoon, dinner, breakfast, whatever. I don't know. See you later. Bye.